Hi, it's Jonas95 here, and today we're back to the movie review. Today's review is the 2018's Venom. This movie came out, released in October 5th, 2018. Around the same time, along with this, A Star is Born. In this movie, it's directed by Ruben Fleischer. Ruben Fleischer, who may know, who's director from who brought you from the Zombieland, and also playing Zombieland 2, which Zombieland is pretty good, but this one, I'm going to explain to that one. It was starring Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, Rhys Aham, Scott Hughes, and Ray Scott. So, what's the movie about? It's about the mysterious meteor or mysterious shadow who was crash landing into the earth. He discovers the scientist. It takes an experiment. However, the guy named Eddie Brock, he becomes unpopular. He is sore loser. He's supposed to be a reporter. He's supposed to have a nice day, but somehow he got fired in this one. In case, they find out discover a lab is, but then Dr. Richards then goes. I think it's named Dr. Sarah. And just he find out the experiment goes wrong. After the experiment goes wrong, he finally found he accidentally got merged by a symbiote. Later on, we then cut to the house. However, there's something goes wrong, and they transform. Excuse me. And then he transforms some kind of killing machine monster known as Venom. However, a guy named Drake, who's take over the experiment, tries to get it, plans to kill Venom, and tries to manage away with the human race. Okay, I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm going to no spoiler for this one throughout the entire deal. But in the end, I'll be a spoiler at the end. Okay, now let's talk about the cast. Tom Hardy plays Eddie Brock. So yeah, Eddie Brock is actually Tom Hardy's a good choice and idea. Yeah, at least compared to Toby Grace as Eddie Brock, aka Venom, what's the Spider-Man 3 Eddie Brock is a complete joke. It has bad acting choice. It has tried to be harder, but it didn't work. Now, Venom as well, new versions. Now, I'm such a fan. Venom was one of my favorite of Marvel villains. One of the top 10 favorite Marvel villains. He's darker, he's scarier, and handsome. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the t-shirts. I don't have the Venom's t-shirts. I wear the black shirt. Is the bowling ball? Don't judge me. What's his name? Cinematic Black? Anyway. Now, Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, he's kind of funny one. He's more this. He's more sturdy and more cinematic. It tries to be more darker one. And yeah, I guess in that one. Now, what else? The cast. What's the name? What else? What's the name? The cast. What's the name of the cast? What's the name? I can't remember his name. Oh yeah, Annie. Yeah, Annie. Annie, she's played by Michelle Williams. She's a total biscuit. Yes, according to potholes. Let's see, what's the name? Yeah, this one. Oh yeah, I actually got the comics from the movie theaters. So actually, I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get spoilers. Anyway, now she's a girlfriend with Zin's, and then later on she gets divorced and reveals she gets divorced because Eddie Brock gets fired. He gets stolen a laptop apparently. I'm not sure, but I mean, that one moment says I can't stand. She gets kissing scene, and then front thing gets housed, and like, oh god, it's just gross. This should be R-rated. One scene, his Brock is gone crazy. He jumps into the restaurant. I remember it's a restaurant scene. He eats a lobster. Oh, he jumps into the lane. There's a pool or a fishing tank, lobster tank, whatever. And starts eating lobster. Like, jeez, oh god, this movie should be R-rated. Oh yeah, speaking of R-rated, this movie was supposed to be R-rated, but Sony decided instead they gives PG-13. Like, I don't know why Sony they gave it a PG-13 instead of R-rated. I guess. Oh yeah, There's a tons of violence in this movie. It's also a cursing language. One is Eddie Brock said the word S word, like beep. Yeah. One is it says S word. I think it's say 30 times. I think it's 29 times, 30 times. I'm like, geez, I guess it should be language. And there's one scene during the final battle. Eddie Brock says one is it says F words. Yep, there you have it. There is one deliver a big F bomb. So let's move on to the rest of the cast. Let's see. Ross Allen plays Drake, and oh my god. Okay, I gotta go to rent this. The Ross Allen plays Drake. Yep, that's right, Drake. Most not familiar. He's a main villain in the movie. That was right. That's right. That was him. He is a main villain for the movie. He was a main villain for the movie. He wants to be collected Simian to make some kind of soldier, make Galactus, which apparently was some sort. And yeah, this has got to be one of the worst movie villain. It has idea was a stupid idea, and just entire this and this one's. And what else? Oh yeah, speaking of which, Venom. Okay, now I'm gonna tease. Well, now here's a positive I like. Some of the action scenes kind of damn cool. I'm not gonna lie. Because don't get me wrong. Some of the chase scene was kind of almost like a film just trying to escape. The CGI, the special effects okay, but the visual effects okay. One's the Venom. Okay, I'm gonna say this. We get to finally see Venom. The costume is probably the best one. Uses CGI one. Looks a lot better than Spider-Man 3 that looks complete joke, and it's try to be darker and scarier. Now, 2018 Venom is more darker and scarier. Right? Yeah, in the first beginning film, which supposedly shows the origin ones, but no, instead between Eddie and Amy, I guess the name, she gets couple, it gets them love couple. Like, come on, where's the origin? Unless I look my watch about 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, until they finally get to see the origin of Venom. So, after this, throughout the entire movie, he gets a fine. They also didn't kill anyone, he just somehow cut the camera out. I guess it's too scary for kids. Speaking of which, there's also too dark, it's too dark and scarier. One scene, okay, now here comes the spoiler. So Drake is discovered by this mysterious little girl with kind of looks like a creepy girl from Resident Evil 7, the mysterious girl. She gets devoured by Simian. But find out twist, the reveal is called Riot. Now, I'm thinking, who the heck is Riot? I never heard his name but yeah, I never heard of who's Riot. Let's just look it up. I thought people complain before there was a film came out. People complain he's supposed to be Carnage, but nope. It turns out that's not Carnage. It's actually Riot. I just don't know why is he that. I'm such a disappointment. No, why was he? What did they bring to this one? Anyway, there's also tons of violence. There's one last minute is Riot just killed everyone. I mean, not Eddie, and the crew members of Space Shuttle. He just chopped the bodies off. Like, oh my god, this movie should be almost close to R-rated violence. Oh, then I forgot to mention, there's no blood in it. There's no blood. There's no violet blood. It's just, I don't know why. There's no gruesome gore. One scene, also, there was also there's a little bit, there's a jump scare. Of course, the Venom just will pop out of nowhere. It's just, thing. And one thing I found out laugh is just, Semiotic takes over bodies. One is the old lady, one is a dog. A little dog is staring at him. I found myself making me laugh. In the end, so the Venom's final show against Riot, he just goes around final. Okay, I'm going to spoil it. If you don't want to see it, spoil it. Click right here in the description below, or skip to the right ahead. So anyway, let's do it. The film we find out that Eddie Brock was kidnapped. However, he gets kidnapped by a bunch of Asian ones. The twist is revealed Drake is actually Symbiote's mutant. He wants a plan, brings a Symbiote's army for the planet. Now, I'm not familiar for the comic of Planet Venoms, so I guess eventually. Yes. Now, here comes a negative, what I did not like. There are a bunch of plot holes. It's rated PG-13. CGI Riot looks bad. Looks like clone versions. The writing was bad. It's kind of whatever. And I'm gonna say the final battle between Venom versus Riot is probably the best one. But don't get me wrong, one is the final battle against the space shuttle. Oh, and there's one thing. Yeah, like I said before. There was one scene Eddie Brock said to use the word F-bomb, and yep, there we go. This is what R-Rated should have done instead. So, 8 minutes to defeat Drake. So, Eddie Brock survived along Venom. Apparently, Venom's possibly dead in the flame, but not really. So, both Riot and Drake ultimately kills. So, he was killed, and he was during Space Shuttle, was just explode. Yep, the shells is completely explode. That's about it. And I gotta say, I'm not kidding, the best part of this movie, it's got Stan Lee is a cameo. Yep, Stan Lee is in this movie. It's just one scene. Yep, as Walker Dog. Yeah, Stan Lee is a cameo. It's pretty cool. It's once. And yeah, last minute he goes to shopping. He goes to meet this guy, the gunman that we saw early, and it grabs him. And I'll say, probably the most stupidest, most lamest line in this movie. One Venom said, "Turd is the wind." Like, really? Come on. You suppose? And he's just biting just off the screen. That's it. It's just pretty much it. It didn't show it killing bodies, just off the screen. Then Eddie Brooks, yes, I get paralyzed. And Venom was like, "Paralyzed?" And apologize. And then Venom says, "Apologize." And then that's it. Oh, there's one scene. Oh, yeah. I was kind of disappointed. I thought once they had Carnage in it, that's just disappointment. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Carnage, yep, it's confirmed. There's the coolest credit scene in this movie. In the last minute, we get to see Eddie Brooks goes into prison. He goes to interview to meet his serial killer. Now, I'm not going to show the footage because I don't want to. I'm not going to show the footage because I don't want to get it copyrighted of me. I don't want to get it copyrighted. Don't want to take the channel off of this. All right. Anyway, the spoiler is so he goes in prison. He goes to meet the interview with his serial killer. Is Cletus Cassidy. Cletus Cassidy, aka Carnage. Most do not know. Carnage is basically a serial killer in the comics. I can't wait to see the sequel. Maybe possibly the sequel, Venom 2, might be confirmed. I would love to see Venom versus Carnage would be big screen, possibly the future. So anyway, that's about it. Oh, and last minute, there's one credit scene. In the last credit scene, that's not credit scene. It's actually a preview for an upcoming Spider-Man Spider-Verse. Hopefully, can't wait to see. So that's my thought, the plot, and no spoiler to spoiler. Anyway, all in all, Venom movie, it's a really colossal disappointment. It's such a colossal disappointment. It's got a bad writing, and the acting is kind of boring. Especially Drake, it's the worst character. It was a stupid idea. The plot villain's stupid. It was an idea. Why did they want to bring as an aliens invasion takeover? And this movie budget over $100, over $110 million. This movie was gross over $205.2 million. Yep, he actually got gross in film. It was such a disappointment. Hopefully we'll see the sequel to the trilogy. Without further ado, I'll give it a Venom movie 4.6 out of 10 or 5 out of 10. I'll give this Venom movie 5 out of 10. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this one. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts about Venom movies? Be sure don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, thanks for watching. Bye.